The research list was really eye-opening. I think, if you asked us to sit down, which in fact you did, to sit down and list all the companies we would expect to see in the list, the research list was so much wider and went into so many industries that hadn't even crossed our minds would have an interest in acquiring somebody within our industry. So it was quite mind-blowing to see that list come through.
There were people who might have been brought to the table who perhaps didn't understand the nature of the business, and because ours was very specific, I think that we were brought people that we would never have dreamt of. They were different, as was our business, and it was a perfect match in the end.
Some of the ones that came up in the first list of notified companies was amazing, people we hadn't thought of. We ended up with a short list of 4, and we had 4 good offers from 4 good companies.
Yeah, we were quite blinkered, thinking that we're going to sell to a like-minded company. And we took those blinkers off and looked at companies that might see our business as an additional line of business in themselves to complement what they were doing.
They weren't known to me beforehand. They weren't in our industry at all. They were an acquisitive business that were after software businesses in vertical markets. And we spent a lot of time sort of explaining the business to them and for them to get their head around that business, which we eventually did, and they saw the value and we did a deal.
A lot of research, very clever research, mated to what our requirements were, mated to what we deliver in the marketplace, and put us in front of a lot of suitors, and we ended up with a short list of a lot of great potential suitors, and it came down to 3 very hot prospects at the end who were interested in us and vice versa.
I was bowled over by the amount of work that goes on behind the scenes, the depth of market intelligence that you've acquired on a whole range of different industries. I really didn't appreciate how much work goes on behind the scenes and how much data you collect to source potential bidders. So we did a tour of your research facility, and you can show a few pretty photographs. That doesn't tell you anything. It's when you come to your facility here in Kingsclere you realise just what a big operation you've built up. What an impressive operation you've built up. I can honestly say, Dave, I thought you would identify something like 20 to 25. And we were absolutely bowled over when we realised there were 157 or 159 that you had identified as potential buyers for our business. That was just a staggering number that was a big surprise to us.